When you're a teenager in jail, joining a gang feels like the only way to survive. Most people do it for protection. Some join because they have no family, others to be part of something bigger than themselves. In the 90s on Rikers Island and Upstate, you had options: the Bloods, Latin Kings, 5%ers, Netas, Crips, Trinitarians, La Familia, and rat hunters who went after snitchies. At night on Rikers, the whole jail would shake when the Bloods did their roll call. They'd shout their chants out the windows, and with so many of them, it sounded like a crazy concert. It sent a chill down my spine every single time. After the chant, they would scream and curse at their rivals, and the next day, it would all start over. The Bloods were ruthless. They'd cut anyone, anywhere, and even in front of the COs. When I first got to Rikers, the Netas were the biggest gang by numbers, but they were spread all over the island. Some were tougher than others, but the real ones always stood out. They wore these white beads proudly around their necks and outside of their shirts. I knew a few of them, and man, they were hardcore. Nobody messed with them. But the Latin Kings, they were a different kind of power. They commanded respect just by walking into a room. Every Latin King I met was a true gangster with a violent past. One of the first cuttings I ever saw was a Latin King attacking another Latin King who broke the rules. They weren't about having the most members or having muscle heads. For them, it was all about the quality of the person, their loyalty. I was lucky. I ended up spending a lot of my time around the Latin Kings, and that kept a lot of trouble away from me. Eventually, they even asked me to join the family. They told me I'd have to cut or stab someone to get in. I know that's not always the rule, but that's what they told me. As much as I wanted that protection, I respectfully said no. My only goal was to get home without adding more time to my sentence. Thankfully, a few of them respected that and let me hang with them without officially joining. Simply belonging to a gang can require hurting someone for a brother you've never met, while blindly taking orders from higher-ranking members. They just point at a guy and say, "Go cut him." No questions, no reasons, just the mission. I could never bring myself to do that. Maybe if there was a real reason, but not just because someone told me to. The crazy part is, cutting someone isn't even the hard part. The real challenge is not getting caught after you do it. Because if you do, they add more years to your sentence, and you get put in solitary. Then you have to make that uncomfortable phone call to your family and tell them you are not coming home like you were supposed to, all for a reason you don't even know. So you have to ask yourself, what's more important, gang respect or getting home alive? I knew I wasn't built for that life, and stayed neutral throughout my incarceration. Thanks for listening.